Have you ever wondered what being bipolar feels like? Bipolar is a mood disorder, and it's when you fluctuate between depression and mania or hypomania. I personally have bipolar type 2, so I experience a lot more fluctuations between depression, a very bad depression, and hypomania. But when I was starting treatment and getting to know my condition, I also experienced episodes that were like a lot more similar to full-blown mania. And even though I'm bipolar type 2, I also experience psychosis quite regularly. I think the best way to let you know how it feels to have bipolar is to explain each mood and how it really feels like to keep switching from one to the other. I think what people get really wrong with depression is that it's not just like feeling sad. The way that I explain depression is that it's more like the mechanisms that you have to feel emotions like happiness, sadness, anything of that kind. It's just completely broken. You lose the ability to feel anything at all. This comes with the loss of functioning and vitality. It's waking up and feeling like there's no point in doing anything. You start asking yourself, is there a point in brushing my teeth? Is there a point in getting out of bed? You just start questioning if you even want to do anything at all. Everything becomes a chore. Everything feels like it's too much work. One day you start skipping doing one thing. The next day you skip another thing until you get to a point where you're just in bed doing nothing and feeling numb. It really feels like the depression is eating you from the inside out until there's nothing left. You feel empty. You feel like hollow. It's not like you think how you feel is reasonable. You know it's dumb. You know it shouldn't be this hard to brush your teeth or keep yourself clean. And you get even more frustrated with yourself because you just feel really stupid for not being able to do anything. And the frustration that you have knowing that how you're feeling does not make sense and that the things that you're struggling with, anyone can do every day without even thinking. But even though you know it's stupid, it doesn't help. Like you just feel incapable. For some reason, you just can't do it. After a depressive episode, you go to the complete opposite, which is mania or hypomania. When the mania starts, you just feel like you want to do everything and anything. But even though it makes no sense how you could possibly do all these things that you want to do, you're so convinced that you can't. You're overflowing with energy when you're manic. Your thoughts are coming in so much faster than you can get it out. There are too many ideas, too many plans, too many ambitions, and too many sensations all at once. It keeps like pouring out of you and there's no way for you to control it. Your body feels like it's on overdrive, but you can't stop. Stopping or slowing down can actually feel a bit like painful. If you slow down, it feels like something is like crawling underneath your skin and it's just, I just need to get it out. Like I need to get this out of me. Because if you don't, you'll feel like you're gonna explode. Like you just can't keep everything inside. You just need it out. And it's not always a positive, grandiose feeling. It might start off like that, but then it becomes this like irritating anger, frustration, and it feels super uncomfortable. Somehow that high energy, it transitions into psychosis. And that's when you start losing your grip on reality. Your brain basically starts lying to you. You start having this overdrive of paranoia. It starts with me questioning things. Like if I see something that's not really there, or being told by voices that I hear, I started questioning, are the people around me the same people that I know? Have they all been replaced and they're just here to monitor me because I feel like someone's out to get me? You start making these weird connections to things. For example, I swear I saw that car pass my window 5 times. Are those the people? Is that the government spying on me? And it just spirals into this pit of fear. That fear and the danger that comes from psychosis, you can't escape it. So how does it feel to switch from one to the other all the time? You feel so disoriented because it feels like there's no rhyme or reason. One moment, you're this version of yourself, but with a snap of the finger, you become someone completely different. It makes it hard to be able to have a sense of self. You start to ask, like, who am I? How can these two completely different people both be me? How can I trust even myself because I'm contradicting myself? Your sense of identity just dissolves. You're not really living or experiencing your life. Your whole existence now revolves around reacting to the two different states that you switch between. You're either trying to find the energy to do anything and feel anything, and afterwards just trying to keep up with the sudden burst of energy, the sudden burst of ideas and thoughts that honestly is impossible to keep up with. And in the middle of switching between the two, you're also trying to keep yourself sane and trying to control the fear that you're feeling from the psychosis. The more that you keep switching, the more that you're in this constant fear from the psychosis and the paranoia, the less ability that you have to be able to think properly and to think rationally. It just feels like you're constantly trying to keep your head above the water. At the same time, you're not trying to drown from the lows, but you also don't want to be swept away by the highs. Over time, it wears you down. It keeps getting harder and harder to keep yourself afloat because, as you can imagine, you get tired and you get more and more exhausted. And then the longer it goes, the harder it is to keep up this balancing act. It does get to a point where you're constantly asking yourself, like, how much longer can I keep this up? And yeah, that's how it feels to be bipolar. It's just very exhausting. Like, there's no middle ground. I've thankfully found the right treatment now, and honestly, I've been stable for a long, long time. But I hope that clearly shows you how it feels like to be bipolar and the different moods that we get into and how it feels to switch from one to the other all the time.